there, YouTube. I recently made a few upgrades to my 9-inch Ryobi bandsaw, so I thought I'd shoot a real quick video and talk about that. So I use this bandsaw all the time. I like it because it was relatively inexpensive, but mostly I like it because it's small. I don't really have room for anything really big right now where I'm at. One thing that's always been a problem for me is the blade speed is way too fast for cutting metal. I used to be able to get away with cutting aluminum with it, but the work would get really hot and the blades didn't last too long. So I figured I'd do something about that. So the first thing I did recently, I found a fella on eBay who sells these 9-inch bandsaw speed reduction kits. So I thought about making something like this on my own, or making back gears or something like that, but I really didn't want to mess around a whole lot with the bandsaw because I have other things that I want to work on. So I bought this. It seems to work. It wasn't too terribly expensive. I was able to put it on the saw in about 20 minutes. It really didn't take too long. I did it with a cordless drill. Bad thing is it's not a precision machined piece, I guess you would say. It looks like someone made the part in their garage and they didn't do an excellent job. They kind of distorted it in the chuck jaws, but fortunately the thing, it's not too expensive and the whole setup's pretty forgiving. So I put it on there and there's a little bit of slack in the belt because the thing doesn't really run true, but hey, so it works. So I can't knock it. The price was right. The guy that sold it to me seemed like a really nice guy and shipped it out right away. So saved me some time and it slowed down my bandsaw. So I guess, long story short, that was a win. After that, moved on to the bandsaw blade. So started out like everyone else, buying these cheap blades from Harbor Freight. They didn't last too long. They weren't the best. So stepped up to this Bosch blade, 18 tooth per inch, 3/8 blade, 14 thou thick. That was better, but still wasn't the best. So finally I found something on eBay. This is an M42 bimetal blade. It's 14 tooth per inch and it's 35 thousandths of an inch wide. So quite a bit wider than the 14 thou Bosch blade. So I threw this blade on the same time I threw the speed reduction kit on there, and I really like it. So seems to be a pretty good upgrade. I haven't tried to cut anything other than aluminum with it. I have a quick little video here of cutting this piece of aluminum right here. The people that sold the blade said it will cut all but the hardest of materials. So I'm not sure. Maybe someday I'll throw some carbon steel on there and see how that does. I really don't want to toast my blade because I have a lot of aluminum to cut with it here the next couple of days. So there you go. So slower blade speed and what seems to be a much better blade from Germany. And I would say the little Ryobi bandsaw is definitely, I would say it's definitely better suited for cutting aluminum right now than it was right out of the box. Still an inexpensive bandsaw. It's never going to compare to anything heavy duty, but you know, if you're looking for something to throw on top of a workbench and, you know, cut some stuff, well, here you go. All right. Thanks a lot.